youtube.com/MayhewMayhem. That's youtube.com/MayhewMayhem.
Hello and welcome to another episode of 30 Minutes of Mayhem. I am your host, my name is Michael Mayhew, and I am here with my co-hosts.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Greg. Once again, we are joined by the man who disappoints his father even in death.
Nick from youtube.com/TicTacMan.
So, as I said, welcome to 30 Minutes of Mayhem, the podcast your mother can be ashamed of. And tell me, Nick, why is this the podcast your mother can be ashamed of?
Because the man you thought had your back in the prison in Mexico and swore up and down he was a Mexican and helped you get into the Mexican Brotherhood down there wasn't even Mexican at all, and that's really fucked up. That's really fucked up. Why'd you lie to someone like that? I trusted you! I trusted you! We were like this! You had my back!
That is exactly correct.
I just feel betrayed. I'm sorry.
No, it's completely understandable. I mean, it's like at the very beginning of 78 or 76, 77, 78, somewhere in that there, where I told you, I was like, man, you're taking the responsibility here, and I'm not gonna hold it against you. If you have no idea what is going on right now, go ahead and listen to episode 98. That can clarify what's happening right now for you. Before we get into this actual episode, which is indeed a very special episode, at least for us, and we hope it is also a special episode for you, the listener. Before we get into all that shit, let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break.
Have you guys ever had, like, a wild night of drinking and you just wake up naked on the floor of some stranger's house?
No, can't say that I have.
Me neither, no.
Wow, I really feel like you guys are judging me.
Well, that's because that's what's going on right now.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Fuck you. I was going to promote the new 30 Minutes of Mayhem shirts and how warm and comforting they are, but you guys, your hearts are fucking cold as ice. I take no solace in these shirts. I don't even want them anymore. You can have the free one back.
Do you even know what that word means?
Fuck you.
Our hearts may be cold, but these shirts are as hot as that Slam Squad mixtape.
So, go pick one up at MayhewMayhem.spreadshirt.com.
So as you can tell by the title of this episode, if you are a listener that has been around since the very beginning, episode 1 through episode 19, you may remember Ryan, or better known as the Gat. He's no longer on the show. Why would we be talking about him this far removed? And I just want to give a brief history lesson of the show. Years and years ago, when Ryan and I were in high school, we were both really obsessed with talk radio. Kind of wanted to do it, and Ryan's original idea was to buy or rent or whatever, essentially radio, like a small band, local radio, to be able to do talk radio when we wanted to and actually be able to broadcast and people would be able to tune into it. It wasn't really that practical, obviously, so the idea then became for us to just record us and our group of friends talking about whatever and then burn it onto CDs, and then in between each segment we would put like song, because back at that point in time in the early 2000s, mixed CDs were the shit. That idea never come to fruition. After years of just revamping that idea and coming up with different things, I ended up doing The Porch with Nick and Adam. Ryan watched The Porch and he went back to the original idea that we were talking about, and we went back and forth, and then we ended up deciding to do a podcast. Ryan was a big part of the early beginning part of the show from episode 1 to episode 19. What we're going to do here on this episode is we pulled a bunch of clips from episode 1 through 19, broke them down, and everyone selected different segments from those clips that were their favorite that had things to do with Ryan. Really, the whole point of this is to thank Ryan. So Ryan, if you're listening to this episode, thank you for being there at the beginning to get us to where we are now to keep this push. And I know I speak for everyone when I say that we really wish you were still a part of the show. You brought this aspect that no one else brings. Without further ado, Greg, why don't you go ahead and kick this off?
So, first clip that we're going to do, we had a segment when Ryan was on called Ryan from the Headlines. One particular segment was about animal cloning. And let's just say Ryan had a lot of trouble pronouncing the name of a certain animal. So if you want to go back and listen to the full episode this segment is featured on, it was featured originally on episode 10. So without further ado, here is the clip.
In this next segment, we like to call Ryan from the Headlines.
Okay, there's a story going out that scientists can now clone extinct animals, which a lot of these animals I don't think should be cloned just for the fact of they had their time to live and they should not be back because they didn't survive. They don't know how to survive in our society of today. They'd go fucking nuts.
They don't know how to survive in our society today. They don't know what minimum wage is like.
They don't know what the fucking iPhone is.
Not only that,
Like,
but they're
bring back the goddamn dodo bird. You don't know what those birds will do. Get attacked by the goddamn dodo birds and eat our faces off.
You know why they're extinct? Because we ate them.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
It'll happen all over again. We're gonna bring them back, and then they're just gonna be another substitute for chicken.
Let's bring back goddamn saber-toothed tigers. Oh,
So
yeah.
okay. So they have DNA supposedly of these species, and they want to clone them to bring them back.
Yeah.
That's basically what the story is. And you had a list of what they were looking to bring back. Go ahead and read that list off.
You got the ground sloth, which is a goddamn gigantic sloth. Woolly rhinoceros. Woolly
Rhinoceros.
Yeah, there you go.
Sounded right.
Wow. Oh my god.
The woolly rhinoceros.
Rhinoceros.
Hippopotamus.
Irish elk.
What about an elk?
The Irish elk.
So it's highly intoxicated all the time. All right.
Or this goddamn fucking thing. Oh yeah, let's bring back the Baja River dolphin. Yeah, we'll just release these goddamn dolphins that might have teeth that'll just eat people in the goddamn dolphin in the goddamn
Dolphins don't eat people.
rivers.
Well, didn't you?
You don't know that? You don't know that. These goddamn things were extinct before we had time to research them.
So you're afraid to get raped and ate by a river dolphin?
Yeah.
I mean, dolphins do rape people.
They do rape people. They're also very intelligent. But Ryan's afraid not only will he get raped by a dolphin, he will also get ate by a dolphin. So you think it's a bad idea, Ryan, to...
Yeah, it's a bad idea. These fucking things should not be here.
But we can
They
study
didn't
them.
survive. Yeah, but why would you want to study them? Fuck that.
Well, I mean, these are extinct species, so we couldn't, we don't have the technology to go back in time to, study them in their natural habitats.
These goddamn things, they're gonna get loose and they're gonna destroy what's already been done.
Ryan's like, haven't you
Here's the thing, though.
Ryan's like, haven't you seen Jurassic Park? Motherfuckers get loose.
Well, yeah.
This next clip here comes from episode 4, originally from episode 4, so really early on. This topic was a topic Greg come up with. One of my favorite things about this clip is as I'm trying to tell these multiple stories that I tell in this clip, Greg the whole time is like huffy and puffy because I'm not answering his question. He's like, fuck your story. Fuck all the fun that everyone's having right now. I need to know what your fucking favorite restaurant is, bro. If you want to check out the entire episode, episode 4, here's the perfect business plan and also why dining with me can possibly be a bad choice. Well, only if you're Ryan. But here you go.
I look over and there's a hot dog shop. And I'm like, hey, you guys can just go in there and get a hot dog, probably get some fries and shit. And I realize on the window to the hot dog shop, it says tanning. I was like, you can get
in a hot dog shop?
I was like, you could go fucking eat a hot dog and get a fucking tan in the same goddamn place. It's this little fucking hole in the wall, and you can get hot dogs in there and a fucking tan.
Their cleanup crew must fucking hate that place.
Right? I'm sitting there thinking, like, what are you gonna get, like, chili cheese fries and a hot dog, and you're gonna be in that tan, you got them little tanning glasses on, you're sitting there, and you're like, man, how long do I got left in this tan? It's like, 20 minutes before this thing will open. Uh-oh, I'm not gonna make it. So now you got hot dog, fucking breadcrumbs, you got fucking chili, you got fucking cheese, you got other pieces of potato shit, and then you got, like, explosive liquid diarrhea all baking in a tanning booth.
Could you imagine, like, those people those people are, like, fucking eating their chili cheese fries and the shit falls on their chest and they have fucking tan lines from all the shit they ate?
That'd be hilarious. What are those spots on your chest? Oh, those are the droppings from the fries and everything. I was eating the hot dog while taking the tan.
I'm not even kidding. Like, who the fuck was sitting down and they were like, I fucking got it. And somebody's like, what? What is it you got? I got the perfect business idea. Okay, let's hear it. We open up a hot dog shop. That doesn't sound like the perfect business idea. No, you didn't let me finish. We open up a tanning booth. Well, I thought you said a hot dog shop. Yeah, we open up a hot dog shop where you can also get a tan at the same fucking time. Same time. You can eat a motherfucking hot dog and get a tan. Get your bronze on while you're shoving tube meat into your mouth at the
I'll
same
give you that.
time.
America's a great place to live. You can eat a hot dog and fucking tan together. We're American.
While this person is trying to sell somebody on this idea, who's the dumbass that he sold on that idea?
You
know, like,
you
who-
know somewhere like somebody actually did go in there to get a hot dog and then get a tan.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
somebody.
You know damn well. If Ryan was here, you know goddamn well Ryan would go up in there and get a hot dog and get a tan at the same fucking time. And
Oh, you better fucking believe it. I'd do it just to do it.
Exactly. And I'm like,
What? You get a hot dog and tan at the same time? Fuck yeah, sign me up.
What do they got in the back room? You know, do like you get a happy ending afterwards? You get a hot dog, a tan, and a happy.
God, I hope so.
You know, by some like burly dude with a beard. You know, he's gonna just jerk you off.
Oh no, that's more of Dale's.
No, his
Dale's
hands are
way.
more experienced. Let him do it. Let him do it.
Hey, just close your eyes and think about it, man. It's not that bad, trust me.
Oh, talking from experience.
You didn't
Everybody
answer my
got
question though, Mike. What's your favorite
He's getting
restaurant?
happy endings on his Navy ship.
Okay,
Ew.
so I just wanted to share that story.
That's fine.
Favorite
Ew.
favorite restaurant. Dale had me thinking of buffets because he said a buffet. I think back to all the times, like multiple times, the times we went out down when I was still living in Florida. We would all get together, go out to like a Chinese restaurant, the buffet.
Oh my god, Chinese restaurant. You fucker got me fucking poisoned at that goddamn Chinese restaurant, you son of a bitch.
That's where I'm getting. And we do it up here too. Like sometimes we get together, everybody gets together, and we go to the Chinese restaurant. This one time we're at the Chinese restaurant, we're sitting there and we're fucking around. And Ryan was there, Larry was there, and was James there? Or was it just the three of us?
I think James was with us. There was a bunch of us, and we were all going to see a movie in the Villages, and we were eating Chinese food beforehand.
No, that was the second time you got food poisoning. It was. I'm talking about the first time, the one by Kmart and on Silver Springs.
Oh, that one. I think it was just us three.
Yeah. Okay. So we're there or whatever, and we're just fucking around, and the service was kind of shitty. And when we finally got it, I got the chicken on a stick, and it tasted like hell. And we weren't getting a refill on a drink or something like that. And I said I should just be like this cat on a stick, this chicken on whatever. This cat on a stick doesn't taste very good or something like that. And while I said this, the fucking waitress was walking up behind me. She slams the fucking drinks down on the table and just walks away.
Oh damn.
Ryan ends up getting really bad food poisoning from the food.
I'm telling you, I was shitting and throwing up at the same time. It was horrible.
They got pissed at you.
So what was
guys.
your
All
favorite
because of Mike.
restaurant? Because you.
Now, get this, though. Both times it was Mike that started this conversation, and both times I got sick.
It was actually, I think it was 3 or 4 times that you got sick, and it was from Chinese buffet restaurants.
So whatever you do not go eat in Chinese restaurant buffets with Michael. Whatever you do.
I've done it before.
And did you get sick?
Well, no, but I'm not Ryan, so.
Oh, yeah, I got the shittiest luck in the world. If I didn't have bad luck at all, I would have the worst luck in the world, basically.
I'm not
For
Ryan.
some reason, it sounds like
what can I eat here? Oh, they have all these raw oysters. Oh, yes.
For some reason, it sounds like they get pissed at Mike and accidentally fucking poison
Ryan.
food.
Exactly. That's exactly what it fucking sounds like. That one time, the second or third time it happened to him, we planned on
second time I was in.
It was in the
Yeah,
village.
the second time I was in. Yeah, I was in the Villages. We ate. I was all right for a while, and I was like, okay, we can go watch this movie. We go watch The Exorcist? Yeah, The Exorcist, when it first came out.
We didn't watch The Exorcist.
Oh, The Omen.
The Omen, yes. The Omen.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was The Omen. And all of a sudden, all right, I get my ticket, I'm eating my popcorn, I'm chilling. All right. I start getting hot. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And I start sweating. Am I burning a fucking fever? So I freaking get the stomach hurt, and I'm like, oh, I'm not feeling good. So I got up I had a date with me, too. There was a girl I met there at the movie theater. She didn't eat with us. I was sitting there holding hands with her, and I'm getting sweaty palms. I'm like, God damn it. So I get up, and I was like, I'll be right back.
He was a little nervous.
So I run to the bathroom.
First time you touched a girl.
Yeah, that's what it was. No. So
Oh,
I
we
ran
gotta
to the
touch the
bathroom.
girl.
last time.
And as soon as I ran to the bathroom, boosh, volcano, like it erupts. And then I puke at the same time that this is happening. And I'm like, oh, this is not good. I go back, and I keep going back between the movie theater and the bathroom the whole time. So I'm thinking this girl's thinking I'm like either sick or got a problem, a prostate problem or something.
No, you're not lucky enough.
After the movie, this chick wants to hang out, and I'm like, no, I gotta go home. I'm not feeling too well. Fuck that. So I just go home.
Yeah, you should have just took her home, and then like if you ended up like getting laid, and if you had to puke and shit, you should have just done it while you were fucking her, like just shit on her, shit on her floor and puke on her chest.
That was worse. If Michael had been running his mouth and talking about the Chinamen and how they don't know what the fuck we're saying and shit, I would never got goddamn fucking food poisoning. But he has to make fun of Chinese people in Japan. And they get
Japanese, Ryan. Japanese.
Whatever.
I'm not gonna directly answer your question because I don't have like a particular favorite place, but one of my favorite places to go to is when I get a good group of friends together and we go to like Chinese restaurant, because it just brings back a bunch of memories, and the food always tastes equivalently shitty everywhere you go. And I don't think it's a matter of going there for the food. It's going there for the time.
Yeah, good times, definitely, for sure. I have to agree with that.
Good times. I get food poisoning, but good times.
He's like, I want to.
Hey, it's still good. I still get to hang out with my friends and laugh and have a good time.
I could
and
shit my
I
intestines
just go home
out, but I'd still go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Overcome by crippling debt,
But that private college had the best sociology program.
our casters find themselves in an existential crisis.
What the hell am I doing with my life?
They seek donations through PayPal at 30minutesofmayhem@gmail.com. Who's this Iris, and why is he taking my money? And Nick fights the IRS. Next time on 30 Minutes of Mayhem, the quest for more money. Prepare to be audited. Ah!
This is Nostalgia Bomb.
This is episode 99, and unfortunately, that means that, at least for now, Nostalgia Bomb will be coming to an end, as this is the final segment we will be having, at least for now. Who knows? Maybe in the future there'll be more. But for now, episode 99, we will be talking about something that came out in the year 99. I am talking, of course, about Star Wars Episode 1. Love it, hate it, everybody has an opinion on it. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty and talk about Phantom Menace.
Look, I thought we were talking about Y2K, and here we are talking about the worst Star Wars movie of all the Star Wars movie, including the ones that have come out recently.
I'm just saying, though, Jar Jar Binks should have been a fucking Sith Lord. That would have been, like, phenomenal.
My biggest thing about Star Wars Episode 1 was I remember when it was coming out, I mean, they hyped this shit up something crazy, and everyone's like, oh, fuck, a new Star Wars movie? You know, they hadn't seen one since, what, the early 80s? And it was just this crazy amount of hype. And one of the things that they hyped the most was Darth Maul. There was fucking Darth Maul everything. Darth Maul underwear, Darth Maul banks, Darth Maul hats, Darth Maul tampons, you name it, they had it. And I'm not gonna lie, I had a fucking Darth Maul bank, and like when you put like change in it or whatever, it like did some shit and like said like some of his lines from the movie. I mean, granted, it repeated itself like every like 4 lines, but then again, he only had like 4 lines in the movie. 2.5 hours long, whatever the fuck. And this dude that they hyped up to be like, this is gonna be the new Darth Vader. And I was like, when I was younger, I was still a fucking kid, I was like, dude, this dude looks badass. Like, this, you know, like, this dude looks so cool. And then the motherfucker's in the movie for maybe a total of 15 minutes throughout the entire movie. And then he anticlimactically gets cut in half and falls down a hole.
He actually doesn't die.
It actually turns out that by sheer force of will alone, he manages to survive being cut in half. Later comes back for revenge. Now, of course, that wasn't in any of the movies. That was in the Star Wars Clone Wars animated series.
But the Clone Wars is actually considered canon, so Spider-Legs Darth Maul confirmed. What I was getting at earlier, though, was the shit Lucas said. That just brings me back to, like, Hideo Kojima with, Quiet? Yeah, Quiet.
Yeah, Quiet.
Quiet's the female that's in Phantom Pain.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, you'll all find out why she's so scantily clad, and then you'll feel ashamed. You'll feel ashamed about what you're saying. Like, no one felt ashamed. Fuck her breeze through her skin. So what?
It just made me more hard. And
you should feel ashamed.
All I know is I've seen some cosplays that make my pee go pa-doing doing doing.
Yep. But anyway, back to Star Wars. Like almost 20 years ago when they showed the first trailer for it, and the first time I ever saw the trailer for Episode 1 was before the fucking Rugrats movie back in 1998. And I remember sitting in the theater and just like seeing it and just being like, oh my god, new Star Wars. Because I mean, I had been introduced to Star Wars at the age of 5 because my older brother was a huge fan of it and my parents liked it too. So like my older brother had copies of it on VHS and he showed it to me, and I went and saw the re-releases of the original trilogy when they came out in theaters. So
fuck that re-release of 4, by the way, because that whole Jabba scene. I remember watching the special features on the VHS and thinking it was so cool, but now looking back, I'm like, it wasn't cool. It was dumb. I was dumb.
Yeah.
That and the pod racing game that came out was actually pretty good.
The pod racing on N64.
Yeah, that was actually a really good game.
Star Wars Episode 1
The best.
that was an amazing game.
Can we go back to cosplay and Jabba the Hutt real quick? I just want to there be a really nice cosplay of Slave Leia, and I will be there, Jabba the Hutt, and face fuck them. You ever seen those face fucking videos that just?
Yeah, that's pretty good stuff.
What I'm saying is, I need to see a porno that's
penetration.
That's a Star Wars porno with someone dressed as.
Oh, there's
Jabba the
plenty
Hutt.
of those.
Yeah, you can check out the 1990s Space Balls. Not to be confused with the Rick Moranis Space Balls, and not to be confused with Space Nuts.
I need to see someone in a Jabba the Hutt costume just face fucking the shit out of Slave Leia to where there's just like, I mean, I'm not even like into the crazy shit to where they're like vomiting all over their dick or whatever, but I don't know. I just need to see that for some reason, like really bad.
Anyway, back on topic to what we're of course saying again. This is par for the course anyway, but back to like
he's like,
back to what
he's like, back to what I was trying to fucking say here. He's like, you know what, this is not even off topic, this is fucking par for the course, like this is it, this is what it is. Like, it was funny he had that realization.
This is what my life has come down to. It's been this the whole fucking time.
We could obviously go on for much longer about this topic, but we would much rather know what you think. So comments below, tweet us. Really wonder what Ryan would have said about this topic if he was here. That's it for what might be the last episode of Nostalgia Bomb, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back to 30 Minutes of Mayhem after this commercial break.
Ever been searching through your bush looking for your dick and can't seem to find it? Well, you won't have that problem with 30 Minutes of Mayhem because it's available on YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, and a plethora of other options. With 30 Minutes of Mayhem, every pube is a dick. You look down, and you have a cocktopus of options.
Our next segment for the Ryan Masterpiece Theater is a section from episode 5. In this, we hear about a time in which Ryan may have neglected to do something, but was willing to put his neck on the line, save the team, and fix the same problem he made. Again, the entire episode can be found in episode 5, but we'll go to the clip now.
Okay, let's exclude Nick and Ryan from answering this question. This question is just for me, Dale, Greg, and Larry. Between Ryan and Nick, who do you think's more likely to get arrested? And for what reason would that be? You know what? I'm going to let Dale start this one.
I have to go with the...
Okay, you think Ryan would get arrested first? For what?
Yeah. You know what? I really don't know. Why did he get arrested last time?
Steal a generator?
I forgot about that. Ryan's already been arrested, so this doesn't count.
Yeah,
this question's not even valid.
Though. I beat all those charges, though. None of one of them on my fucking on my goddamn record.
Okay, we know. Would you like to explain what happened, or do you just want to
move on?
I'll explain myself if our listeners want to know. I'll definitely explain it.
Go ahead, explain why you were arrested.
First things off, I came home from school, and my dad's like, well, we're going to go pick up this generator from this job site. And I was like, all right, cool, all right, I'll help you out. And then remind you that the job site's right down the road from our house. It's literally right down the road. So we pull up, he backs the van in, I get out, and we start loading this stuff. Well, little do I know that this is a police sting, and my dad's stealing this stuff from this job site. Cops come around out of the woods, all camo geared out, guns drawn. My immediate thing is to hit the dirt. Fuck them. For a split second there, I thought I was going to be able to run because I knew people in the shores and I could get to their house quick. I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to lay down and take the charge. Whatever. Fuck it. So I go to jail. I call my mom. The first thing out of my words to my mom are, hey, Mom, I got something to tell you. And she's like, what, Ryan? I'm in jail. And she's like, what the fuck? Fuck is your dad? fucker, everybody. And I was like, my dad's right next to me. And she's like, what the fuck? She got really pissed. So she calls my stepmom, cussing her out and telling her that they need to bail me out and get me the fuck out of jail. And so they did, and I got my lawyer and went to court, and I had to do a little bit of probation time, but not much, and it all got expunged off my record.
Indeed it did. Ryan's probation. Larry, do you want to share any stories from Ryan's probation?
I think I know this one.
Do you want me to start it out? Was it for your 18th birthday, Larry? Or was it just a random weekend?
For my 18th birthday.
Okay. So, for Larry's 18th birthday, we decided that we wanted to more or less take him to Daytona, but the catch was he had to drive and we would pay for everything, the group of us. A couple females, and Ryan, Larry, and myself. Ryan was on probation at this point in time, and, he had to get permission from his probation officer in order to go, because he was going 2 counties over. So we kept harassing him, make sure, you tell your PO, make sure you tell your PO, and he told us that he told his PO. How did we find out he didn't tell his PO?
We were driving down fucking A1A. Apparently, I had touched the yellow line. And then some cop pulls us over. Where do we pull over? In front of the tattoo shop or in front of the porn store?
It was the tattoo shop.
It was in front of the tattoo shop, yeah.
We pull over in front of the tattoo shop, just like parking there, and it's just sitting there waiting. He comes up, and Ryan just like all antsy, just like shaking and stuff. Gets our IDs, and Ryan's like, I don't have my ID. He goes back and runs them, and Ryan's like, I never called my probation off. I'm out of the county. Well, I don't know. He started like flipping the fuck out.
And he's like, I'm going to prison. We're all gonna fucking die. I'm going to prison 5 fucking years. My mom is gonna fucking kill me. And our last clip that we have on this episode is originally from episode number 12. The clip is another Ryan from the Headlines, one of my favorite segments we've ever done. I don't even want to give anything away from this. Ryan from the Headlines, tax lady. In this next segment, we like to call Ryan from the Headlines.
And today's topic is IRS agent seduced me, then didn't help me with audit. I felt like a cheap whore, says Vincent in August 2011 at 9 p.m. on a warm night in Eargreen, Oregon. So basically, Burroughs says that this lady has been, from the IRS, his claims, was giving him flirtatious texts and flirtatious letters with her lips pressed against the papers, saying that she wanted to have sex with him. She came up to his house in some sexy lingerie, and they had sex. She said she was going to do my paperwork, Burroughs said in an interview with ABS News. She came up the stairs, knocked on the door. They went to his bedroom and had sex. Burroughs said, and asked how he would categorize sexual encounter. Burroughs said, it was forced upon me. So basically, he got raped by the tax lady doing his taxes.
It cost me to fucking laugh because he's losing his fucking mind.
Oh my god.
Ryan, would you fuck you a tax woman to get better taxes?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What an idiot.
Oh my god.
I bet she was ugly too. She was probably fat.
I don't even know what he said.
I think he's
record button engaged.
God, I am.
I think he said something like, "Watch she be fat" or something like that.
Oh, what a stupid motherfucker.
Ryan, I again feel like I speak for all of us here when I say that I greatly appreciate everything that you've done early on to get us to the point where we are, and we all do miss you and wish that you were still a part of the show, no matter how big or how small. And with that being said, this is the last time, maybe, possibly, that we say goodnight. Gat. That does it for another episode of 30 Minutes of Mayhem. I have been your host. My name is Michael Mayhew, and I have been here with my co-hosts,
Greg
and Nick.
Make sure to check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, all those different locations. Donate to us on PayPal using 30minutesofmayhem@gmail.com. I really hope you have enjoyed this episode, and later, fellas.